Right, quick rundown of the materia used. I used the Rune Blade just because it's the best magic attack weapon for Cloud. We used the Cetron Armlet, which is not really important, and the Genji Gloves again isn't really important in this particular fight. But we ran the Fire and Ice materia with Elemental. I've got Revival and Poison and Petrify. No reason. I'm leveling up Poison and Petrify, and I always have Revival as a go-to in hard mode on each character. I'm running Enemy Skill and Prayer materia, so Max Prayer is going to come in handy here, and obviously Enemy Skill as well. It's always my go-to strategy to use a few enemy skills. We get the buffs in the bottom right corner. A great piece of materia to have on. Moving on to the bottom, as you can see, we are stacked with purple materias. I've got the Strength Up materia on now. I've got the Steadfast Block. That's going to come in handy because you are going to be blocking from Roche in a few instances. So obviously giving us ATB is going to be great. Skill Master materia, again, another opportunity to raise ATB. ATB Stagger, again, another way to get ATB. First Strike materia, Precision Defense Focus materia to make those blocks a lot easier. HP up, and finally another HP up just to make sure we're getting 30% HP. Right, so into the fight itself. Roche can be quite tricky. It took me probably a couple of dozen times before I got it done. There's a set way to beat him just like any other boss, and it took me a while to work it out. But once it did, he didn't take too long at all. Now when the fight starts, he's going to cast Reflect, but while he's having a bit of a downtime, you can get some hits off of him to raise the ATB. And then what you want to do is you want to block his first charge attack, and ultimately block all them going forward. As you can see, I get him in a pressured state. He may charge you once or twice, but then after a while he's going to start circling the wall and use an attack called Lose Voltage. And all you need to do is keep on dodging out the way of him and Electrified Floor, and kind of just then keep on moving out of the way of his attacks, which aren't too hard, to be fair, once you get the idea of how it works. And every time he charges, you either try and dodge him and hit a few attacks, or block him. As you can see, I get the stagger here. And what I want to do is, I'm going to use some abilities. I'm going to use Rancid Breath because it'll stop him, it'll poison him, and it'll also silence him, which is going to give us great opportunity to get Sonic Boom off and get some extra damage in at Roche. And this is going to be enough to see him go into the second phase.
What? Are you not entertained? My friend! I fear our audience finds this sport underwhelming, and we have a reputation to live up to.
Now when you go into the second phase, as you can see, I've got 2 ATBs. It is a good rule of thumb to have this in place going into this second phase. And he's going to cast Reflect again, but if you're quick enough, you can get a Fire ability off to get him into a pressured state again. If you get Fire again, try like I did, that'll be great. You know, you're not far off getting him staggered again. Just make sure you don't do it as he's casting Reflect. I've had a great opportunity to do this and get this job done. He will slow down to cast Reflect, so if he doesn't, keep on piling on the pressure, get him staggered for that second phase, and job is done. You should have your limit break like I did to see him off once staggered again. And that is it. But if you had struggled with this and you've realised how easy it actually is, hit the like button for me, let me know, leave a comment down below, and look out for more hard boss guides going forward on the channel. Like and subscribe, and yeah, that's the video.